Hello guys, it is me, SirTrex, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, something relating to requests that I've been wanting to do. So basically with requests, I had decided that I would like to try to do something like a little bit more interactive when it comes to doing request style stuff. For the most part, for what I want to do in terms of like level requests, it's basically like take a better look into levels whenever I'm playing them. By basically playing a couple levels in the video that I want to record for this, and going into the editor and also trying to break down some things, teach some things as well while I'm doing requests, and for the most part just give some advice to other creators and stuff. I might be doing it with only a few levels in between and editing like highlights of certain levels and of the ones I will send, and also giving feedback to a lot of other levels that I might as well be doing. So first level I'm going to be doing is only by Lyric. Or only two by Lyric, my bad. Well, that's a way to start the level, with a slope that you can't see. And another thing here is like, the colors here are a little, I don't know, like, I think for the most part the colors here, it's a little off for me. A little off for my taste. Yeah, like, you get a colorful part at the beginning there, and then from going here you just get like monotone colors and the occasional red pulsing? That's weird. And then you get a modern part like this, which feels out of place for the most part. Random spike there, okay. A little bit of cutoff at the bottom there I saw. This is a really empty part too, which is like nothing going on. There's no grounds or anything. Another really empty part and just nothing going on in it. Off sync and it ends on the drop there. And a lot of dedications on the right hand side. Goodness. Well, to begin with this level, I probably will not send this level at all, mostly due to the fact that there's a lot of empty spots in the level, and as well, like, there could be a whole lot more going. Like, for example, let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna go into preview mode here and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Like, for example, like this like top area right here, the only thing that's going on with this part is basically that you have a little bit of art in the background that a little bit of art that goes in the background right here. I did not mean to do. There's not a whole lot going on right here, so because the only thing you have here going is like arrows, and I'm assuming if like yeah. Basically, even if you like you have parts where here it's like you could fill up stuff like adding some gears, you can add some foreground stuff, and from there it's like really empty parts, and I'm pretty sure you could skip all this if you tried. Yeah, or for the most part. I see right here there's the grounds that'll catch you from doing that. And then the ending part is like the emptiest part where it's just like a bunch of filler. I think for my suggestions with this level right here is basically the ending should be polished up a bit better, and as well the ending should be polished up better, and then there should be some fillings in between with like adding extra stuff, because right now it's just really unpolished. And another thing I also noticed is like the level is pretty inconsistent with its quality, because in between I saw there was a modern part that didn't fit in really well. In the beginning just doesn't kind of fit in as well, so I will not send this today. So next level, 7 Burgers by Nuke IIX. Interesting name, very interesting name, but let's see it. Okay, so we have a sort of basic-ish level. Looking at this so far, it looks like a 2-star. Definitely a 2-star. Yeah, it's just a basic design level. There's nothing bad with it so far. I think for me with this kind of 2-star kind of gameplay, it's a little bit unengaging, because like there's a bunch of minimal tapping you gotta do when it comes to these kind of things. Like right here, it's like there's a lot more gameplay in this, but there's not too much besides a couple of taps. And for the most part, it just feels a little bit unengaging. I do kind of like the use of these rainbow blocks, because no one really uses these anymore. That's really cool though. But this reminds me of like a mixture of like, what's that level called? That rough top level? Geometrical Dominator, and just like Geometrical Dominator and like some like other like 1.90 kind of stuff. Why did you make this? I don't know why you made this. For this level, I think for the most part with this level, it's like, it's a design level, alright. It works for what it does. A bit of a misleading name there. Art once said that he saw great potential in me. Okay then. Okay. Alright, well, I feel like with this level, it's like, it's not a bad level. It's not terrible. I mean, like, it's a design level. There's just nothing. There's nothing like so special about it. So, but it works for what it is. It's a 2-star, so I'll send it for 2-star and for a rate. So, there you go, 2-star rate. Next level. Okay, we have Globally by Das Rampant. It uses Red Haze. Ooh, I like that song. I actually really do like that song quite a bit, actually. It's a nice song. Okay, well. So far with this level is like, I know I've only been like 20% into it, but it feels like the colors are off. They're like really off. Like there's something about it, like I think it's just like the colorings and certain things. Gameplay is also a little bit janky, and I'm already halfway into the level. Okay, that's... I can already guess where this is gonna end at. Yeah, like... Okay, so one thing I wanna note here is like, in a level, I don't think good things like these kind of transitions work very well. I think like if like you have the player like more visible in between transitions, it works a lot better in most cases. And another thing I see is incorrect 3D, so I can definitely tell that like there's a lot of copy paste put into this. Yeah, it's like the focal points of the 3D is wrong there, and also the gameplay is like, it's a little iffy there. Yeah, like right there, that jump right there could be improved, and it ends on the drop too. So okay, let's go in the editor on this one. I'll show you a couple of things. I feel like transitions like right here, stuff like this that just kind of like has a black background and it just goes on for a while like that, yeah. I don't think it fits too well, mostly because of the fact that it's just filling in time. Like, if it was like a 1-second transition just to kind of get the bearings of the player onto a new focal point where it starts out slowly, I think that's a lot better, personally speaking. It's just like get the like, a good example of a transition that I like that's like uses sort of a background kind of thing is the one that was used for Spoofy's part in Tantrum, from what I remember for the most part. It's from Spoofy to Viral DL. That was a good transition because it used a giant gear as well, but it had a lot of black background for the most part. Another thing I saw, this jump right here, like right here, I think if you hit this too early, you hit the top of this. My suggestion would be to take this like entire structuring right here. I'm only doing this for example's sake because you know, and for if your PC, move it. Oh wait, don't move it down. Move it up half a step just to get out of the player's way. Like, what it'll do is it'll give the player enough space to like jump at it, but it won't kill him instantly. So, for example, yeah, like either that or switch out the orb type. Like, because this could use a either switch out the orb type or use a sort of jump like that. Either add like a pad right there and remove this spike, or yeah, or move this entire like structure up like a half step like I did. It works perfectly. So there's some advice for you if you want to like clean that up a bit. I'm not gonna send this level because of like the inconsistency I also saw. And overall, it's just kind of like a little bit of a it's not really the best level in terms of like quality. I do think Das Rampant has potential though. They do have a lot of potential. Next level, please. This is already rated. Let's go. Next level. Another rated level. Let's go. Oh my goodness, I've had 3 rated levels in a row. Let's go. That's an extreme demon. I don't think I'll do that today. I'll wait on that later on. No, don't pull the video. Next level. Glitch Gremlin by iSparkEye. Okay. I've seen a little bit of this from YouTube from when Yakub verified it. So I'm going to play it in practice mode. Not the best way to start the level. You could probably put a pad there of all things. Okay. Gameplay's really nice. I do like this gameplay. It's very sight readable. Okay, well, something I don't like about practice mode where it'll stop you at a random spot like that. Yeah, these transitions aren't really the... Oh, goodness. That is a lot going on right there. Wow. Yeah, I definitely like how the level plays out for the most part. There's a couple of spots where I'm a little bit blind, but hey, it's kind of my fault more or less than anything. But it's definitely some really fun demon gameplay. Your standard design collab. Not really. It's cool. It's cool. I like it for the most part for what it does, because it's design collab and stuff like that. It's definitely not bad. So I will definitely send this for feature. It's a cool level. Next level. A Miss by Mervery 301. It's an interesting name. Let's check it out. Oh, anime face at the very beginning. Oh lord, okay. This is just me on a personal note, but I don't like songs like this at all, and they sound really annoying. So far with the visual at the level, I think it's a little out over here and there with the glow, like the random strips of like glow, and the random strips of glow, and also these things. Like this part has some like okay, yeah. Okay, let me collect my thoughts. Okay, that first part felt out of place because of the colors of the blocks mostly. The designs were really messy as well, and also the background was also really messy with a bunch of like randomly assorted colors of like lines and stuff in the background, and it didn't fit in well. This part's a bit better, but not by too much because of the messy design conflicting with the background, and it doesn't really fit too well. Okay, so filler part, and oh Lord have mercy, another filler part. Here's Spider-Man, another, okay. Yeah, like stuff like this doesn't really feel well in terms of playing it. And also the random sprite art doesn't really fit in with this level as well, because it just feels kind of everywhere. Then you just like have parts like this that were just like really empty design. And then another part, and then some more sprite art at the end. Okay, so let's crack open the editor on this one, because this is definitely one I want to talk about. Like, you have a bunch of parts where it's like, the design, if it was cleaned up a bit better, and some of these designs and the colors weren't so sporadic, then it'd definitely be something where, like, if it was more of like a color that was like started with one solid color and it was like slowly went up and then went back down, that would have been a whole lot better. But you know, it doesn't really fit this way because of the way how the colors work, and it doesn't really look too good either. Another thing is like, something I noticed is like with these things, like a little trick I want to show is like with these kind of backgrounds here, you can kind of like improvise something here. I want to show you here. Let me get a solid color here. 46. Let's use 46. Let's see if 46 is a solid color. So a little trick I want to show everyone is like with these kind of objects right here, these blank ones, you can utilize these to make like layers in your blocks, like to mask them, to like allow background objects to not conflict with the objects inside of it. For example, I'm going to show you here with this. I'm going to make a little structure here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layer, take this here, move this to a layer that's not the last layer, but it's below this layer specifically where all the objects default to. Put it on B3, and from there you get like this. Basically what happens is where the black is right there, so it doesn't conflict with the background, but it doesn't overtake the foreground objects, because if you set this to B2, it takes over all these objects. But if you set this to B4, then like at times if you had solid color objects, it would definitely conflict with these. So another thing that I also like noticed as well is like the very empty parts, like all this and all of this right here. Filling out your level like that just doesn't work in a lot of cases there. And personally speaking, that just doesn't look really good in my opinion. And also another thing is like the random sprite spreader out. It doesn't really fit in well with the level since it's just a design level. Also, this part could work better if the colors were like that, like blue and blue. It's a generic combination, but at the same time, it works better than green and red. Next level, please give me a good one. Minimal by Alex Chi. I have not seen this. It uses a song I haven't actually seen either, but it's Ocular Miracle, so that should be good. Oh, excuse me. It is modern level, and the colors feel weird. I say it's weird because like it's saturated foreground, desaturated background, and like midground is like either saturated or white, so it just feels odd. Oh, I like that transition there. That's nice. I like that card, not the transition. The transition was basic. Yeah, it's just like your run-of-the-mill modern level. Ooh, it's shrinking. Okay, so. Okay, wait, what? What's that transition? Hold on. Okay, that's something I'm definitely opening the editor to check that. Okay, so art from like a show I've heard of but I haven't seen. I forgot what the show was called. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, this is just like your run-of-the-mill modern level. It's not bad. It's something special though. I guess the problem with this is some of the gameplay, which I'm gonna point out in the editor. Yeah, like right here. Okay, so creators that are wanting to take a better approach with transitions, do not do stuff like this specifically. The easiest way you could kind of circumvent all this is basically taking a portal and just duplicating it and making it like 1, which is the, or making your alpha trigger. In this case, it'll be 1. So all you have to do is like this right here, and then the player just has to pass through it. And you can add like a better indicator instead of just like a giant wave. So that way you don't have to do something like a transition like this, because it throws the player off and it'll throw them into the ground or up into the air like that. Especially if it's like a wave, especially if it's like a ship or something, that way it'll just really throw someone off. Another transition I saw that like was a little janky from what I remember was like at the end about here or something. Right here. Like it was either right there or right here. Because it just feels like really odd. Because I was dying randomly to like this spot right here where you wouldn't die at normally. Another thing is, another approach, same thing. Critter did a bit better, but like at the same degree. Put some like stuff that's up there so that way you don't have to worry about it, and put a better indicator. Better indicators for sight readability is so much better than like, you know, just random invisible stuff. And with the level, it's alright. It's just, nothing yeah, this is probably something I just wouldn't send because like it's not the most innovative, and neither it's like nothing of notoriety I could really say. It's just kind of bland or anything. So what? No. Well, I'm probably gonna stop now because like I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from request for now, and I'll definitely want to do more of these kind of videos in the future for sure. Because I want to do more videos where it's like I open the editor up and kind of show around a little bit better examples of what you can do with stuff. Because I want people to learn and stuff, and creators to learn as well. Especially like editor basics and like editor like layering and stuff. Because I've seen a lot of people struggle with that. So I figured, hey, you might as well start a series like this. Let me know in the comments down below for what you think of this like series so far. And thank you. Thanks for watching. And have a lovely day.